Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me this evening in Los Angeles for something pretty epic. I'm here at Aerowerkz on the Where's Shmee US Edition tour, but inside they're currently working on some pretty spectacular cars, one of which we're about to go out in, the Bugatti Divo. I'm here with my friend Mike. This is his friend's car, one of 40 in the world. Alongside it is also his Lamborghini Sian, one of 63. But these are both getting PPF here at Aerowerkz, and we're going to be taking this out in a moment to go for one of the first ever experiences on board a brand new Bugatti Divo. Let's take a quick look around before pulling it out to go see what it's like. These are two very, very rare cars indeed. The Divo alongside the Sian, but it's going to be all about the Bugatti today, part of a legendary collection that we've seen a little bit of recently with the Sabre, the Roadster BC from Bugatti and plenty more. The friend of my friend Mike who's going to be taking me out in this very shortly. The Divo is the third Bugatti model. It followed the Veyron and the Chiron, but came before the new models we've seen like La Voiture Noire, the one-off, the Cento Dieci, of which there are only 10, and then a few derivatives and variants of the Chiron as well, the Super Sport 300 Plus, along with now the Pure Sport, but only 40 of these, the most agile Bugatti. Back here, you've got the 8-litre quad-turbo W16, making 1,500 horsepower and 1,600 Newton meters of torque. It will go on to a top speed of 236 miles per hour, that's 380 kilometers per hour, which is where it's limited. Much more aggression in the design and the aero versus, let's say, the Chiron, for example, all made from carbon fiber, the carbon tub, carbon bodywork. But in terms of the design, you've got this flatter and wider front grille. You've got this completely new light design, and check out what happens with this when I actually press the unlock button. It's a really cool little light show and presentation that you get out of it as they wake up, and then when you lock the car, it reverses that process. Very, very cool to see. Obviously, as we come around towards the side, you've got this extra flared bodywork and the designs. You've got the fixed wing back here instead of the traditional wing that would sit down into the bodywork that you find on Bugatti models. You've got the shark fin spine that runs over the top of that incredibly impressive engine bay display, the exposed blue carbon fiber. You have the NACA duct up on the roof for accelerating airflow through for cooling, the double layer to the wing again to make it more effective back here, the design to the tail lights. And I've seen a couple of Divos before today, and every time very, very, very impressive cars. Here with this incredibly aggressive diffuser as well, the center exhaust tip that you have at the very back, and then come and take a look inside just to unlock it very quickly again to show you inside here where you have this very luxurious interior. In fact, the driver zone and passenger zone are different colors, a specific thing on the Bugatti Divo. And here with the light blue and the gray Alcantara and leather that you can see all around, your controls on the steering wheel, a very, very special place. But today we're actually going to be taking this out in a moment, and I can't quite believe I'm saying that. To experience the Bugatti Divo, taking it out from here at Aerowerkz, this is going to be a big moment. I'm very excited right now. For the honours today then, we're here with Mike. How you doing?
Hello everyone.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
You've not driven a Divo before?
No, this is my first time as well.
But you've driven a few Bugattis.
A few,
and plenty of other extraordinary cars.
Yeah.
It's not every day we get to take out a Divo.
I know, right? This is one of 40, so this is something very special.
Your friend is a legend.
I'm very excited about this as well.
Well, I think the first step is to get it started up, right? We've got to take a listen to the W16, all 16 cylinders as they fire up. This is a brand new car, so this is really the very exciting, very special moment of getting to experience a little bit of what all of this is actually going to be like. Of course, you've got the satin grey paintwork, the French racing blue style, bright blue accents you can see all around. And then we've got the exhaust system back here. I'm ready when you are. Let's take a listen. The sound of power. French flag as well on the side. All of the details, the louvers to reduce the swelling of the airflow from the front wheel arches, the intakes that you have, this compressed C shape that we know from the Chiron, but brought up to give it that more sporty appearance and presence. All the way down to the front end, the openings for the cooling, the splitters, the exposed carbon. This is really something. It is not every day that you get to see a Bugatti Divo on the move, let alone hop on board as it comes outside into the evening light, unfortunately, right towards the end of the day. Lift system up at the moment. This is, look at those tail lights. That design is just extraordinary. All right, so I'm going to come on, hop on board. I think in a second, if Mike stops so that I can catch up with him, and then off we're going to go. My chariot arrives. Okay then, let's step on board here inside this quite fantastic thing. Wow, carefully does it, hey? Not every day. Not every day one is stepping into a Bugatti Divo. I think this is probably the first time I've ever sat in a Divo in my life. Really? Yes, I've seen a couple from when it launched out at the Quail Show during Car Week to even in the UK. I've seen 2 of them as well. But here we are. We're in EB mode, Autobahn mode. Yeah. Make it sit down and look extra special. This dual tone interior is something to behold. The illumination.
It's very special. Like this is blue on the outside and grey on this side.
Yeah. Details and the full carbon central tunnel. The dual style stitching to match the leathers. This type of quilting that you have as well inside that loop of the door card, mimicking the same shapes that you have on the exterior. All of the anodized touches from the handles to the switch gear. There's nothing like a Bugatti. How does it feel? It's just easy to drive, right?
Good. It's so easy.
It's hard to believe that this has as much power and potential as it does.
Yeah.
When you just hop in it and drive gently.
It's just so comfortable. It's so comfortable. It's nothing else on earth can match the comfortableness of this vehicle.
Yeah, what a beautiful evening.
Car-wise.
What a beautiful, beautiful evening. Whoa, okay.
700 horsepower there. We only use half.
Half the power. This is cool. This is really cool. Oh, that's nice. How thin the rearview mirror is. All the nice details and touches. What a magical place to be. I'm pinching myself right now, sitting inside the Bugatti Divo with you. I mean, I feel very lucky, and I have to say a huge thanks to yourself and to your friend for some of these opportunities to experience these incredible cars. But
you're welcome.
This is pinch moment, because this is a Divo. This isn't just like any car. This is one of the most special cars to date ever of anything. That turbo sound, the wastegate, wow! Bugattis always sound awesome, but this is really cool. I'm amazed at how civilized this is.
I know, right?
It's got that dailyable sensation that the Chiron and the Veyron before that has, yet you know what it's capable of as well. Just brutally, brutally fast and all around mad, basically. Extremely limited, extremely rare, extremely special. It's just completely effortless. With the swooshes, that torque sucking you back into the seats, and then when you lift off, those sounds that it makes on a beautiful evening. We seem to often go out for drives when it's sunset. Yep. That seems to be a thing. The Agera RS, I think before with the Pagani and the LaFerrari.
I think it's because of my schedule. I always wake up late. I don't see sunrise.
I'm gonna blame mine being so busy, but what an amazing, amazing thing to be inside this. We're out on the freeway, thankfully not too congested. Oh goodness. You feel that, the blood rush, the acceleration in here. Whoa. That thing just picks up. And another cool thing, by the way, with all of these toggles is if you press and hold here, you can change to get some data, turbo pressure, temperatures, fuel consumption, a number of different dials and displays. This is such a cool car. We're in sport now as well, right?
Yep.
Sport on the shifter. You can just pop it over to the right to go between normal drive and sport. It's amazing how civilized and chilled it is. What a beautiful evening. Even that, you know, even that level of acceleration, you don't realize how immensely powerful that is, but it's a lot more than anything else. It might not sound dramatic, but you just feel that propulsion and that push behind you. It sits so flat going around the corners. You have to hold on so tight. That feeling as you go towards the sun, that feeling of being pushed back into the seat, it's absolutely crazy. You just have to keep your head planted back on the seat or you've got no chance. Like it's so much power and so much acceleration. I mean, I drove a Chiron quite recently, and that feeling, and obviously it's very similar in terms of just effortless power at low revs.
It's so controllable, you know. You don't feel scared at all. It just catapults you.
As soon as you go, and because of the four-wheel drive system, it's instant. It's always there. It's just, you don't have to work at anything. You just let the car do the talking,
and it's so comfy.
Yes, and the ride is pleasant. The ride is chill. The ride is, well, this is the you just need to give up and let your head go back onto the seat. It's not worth trying to fight it. Wow. I mean, how does the power feel when you're, you know, it's under your right foot?
You just feel like, oh my god, how much more power can you get?
Yeah, I mean,
non-stop power.
Isn't it so different though to the LaFerrari or the Pagani?
Yeah, it just gets faster and faster.
Yes.
The faster you go, you feel like you're going to push more.
Yes, agreed. As you get up and the turbos start spooling, obviously they have these multi-stage turbos, so the way the power is delivered. Yeah. Obviously in this car they're set out to give you earlier power than in the Chiron, let's say. But it's that growing feeling of power. It's not like it's an instant
different.
hit.
You know, all the other cars, you lose more power at top end.
Yes.
But this one, actually gain more power.
And you get into the next gear and it pulls even harder than it did in the previous gear. There's no letting up. Absolutely no letting up. It just feels so refined. Yeah, you know, even as we go over some bumps there, it rides them so well for a car that is for a car that you know is as stiff and has to be as this because of what it can do in terms of performance. But it doesn't. I mean, yeah, there's nothing else like this. This is into a different world of experience. When you drive it like this, though, just gentle, civilized, peaceful, luxurious. Back into drive on the gearbox, back into auto. He's like, what? Yeah, watch out, Mustangs are about. Yeah. I'm allowed to make that joke, I own a Mustang now. But inside here, yeah, this is beyond cool. This is like...
This is so civilized, it's not loud, it's not uncomfortable.
But do you think being the Divo, it should perhaps be a touch noisier?
Well,
should it feel less like a Chiron? Yeah, you like straight pipe and as loud.
This is my car. This car will be already straight pipe. No crashing.
Straight pipe before delivery.
Yes. I'll have the pipes ready before the car even finish.
Yeah. I think they're like, what? I mean, it's not every day you see a Bugatti driving around, let alone a Divo. I don't think that most people would know what a Divo was. Instantly recognizable as a Bugatti for sure. Yes. They kept this very true to it.
What kind of Bugatti is that?
Because it's not a Veyron, it's not a Chiron, but it's just, what could this possibly be? Well, it's a Bugatti Divo, and I cannot believe that we've just been out for a quick run in it, because this is absolutely out of this world.
Yeah.
Lift system up, ready for the careful maneuver over the curb here. Watch out with the front end of this, and some other cool cars around as well. Just, yeah. Like normally you'd get cars feeling like they were flexing and bending in half and making all sorts of noises when you go over something like that, but not an issue in here at all. All right, I'm gonna hop back on out then for a moment. Carefully does it with the door. The car is going to be maneuvered back into position back here in the workshop. But that was really quite something. There are no two ways of looking at it. That was just really a very special thing to have experienced. Back again then alongside the Lamborghini Sian. That pair of cars alone is just... Let me, let's head around and take a little listen, I think. Now that sounds like power. Probably the Sian with its V12 revs up in a more dramatic way, but that, yeah, cannot possibly complain. That was really quite the experience. This is just, it's a car like none other. There's nothing else that does what this does. So a huge thanks to Mike for driving, and a huge thanks to the owner for that experience. Mike, that was awesome. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed that little ride.
You bet. I hope you enjoyed that little drive in the Divo.
Yes, that was fantastic.
Epic, epic, epic. The Divo is back in situ then for the finishing touches before it will head from here at Aerowerkz to go to the owner's collection, and the team will start working on the PPF of the Sian alongside it. But these are two cars that actually share quite a lot in common. Very limited numbers, very extreme radical designs, of course very exclusive and very expensive as a result, but based in some ways on existing models, just with more of a look towards what's going to come next. The supercapacitor that combines with the naturally aspirated V12 in the Sian, their first hybrid, and the Divo adding that extra degree of agility, coming before the Chiron Pure Sport, which brings that down into the Bugatti Chiron as well. And in fact, the Divo, compared to the Chiron, of course, there's a lot that's similar between them. This car is 35 kilos lighter. It also has 80 kilos more downforce that comes from the extended splitter and the larger wing that you find round towards the back. But it's all about what it represents, that very limited, very bespoke experience and connection with the brand and the manufacturer as well, being able to be part of the process behind a car like this. And I think some of the details that we see, the technology in the headlights, will move as well into other models that come down the line. For now though, a huge thanks to the owner of the cars, to Mike for taking me out as well in the Divo, and to Aerowerkz for making it possible to have some access today to the Divo, to experience it for the first time. A memory for sure of a very, 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 very special car. I'm hoping that maybe in the future I might be able to find an opportunity to drive one. We shall have to see, but for now I am not complaining. That was really quite something cool to go out in a Bugatti Divo this evening. Not something that was planned or expected, and definitely something that was, yeah, really, really a cool memory. For now though, as I said, a big thanks to everyone involved. Thank you to you guys as well for watching. As always, I appreciate your support an awful lot. But that is it for this time, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.